What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Blind Power, and today we're going to talk about the iPhone X versus the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus accessibility wise. So what's the difference is the first thing that you might think. Well, the iPhone X has no home button and has a elongated power button, sleep wake button, because it no longer does power. So really, a lot of accessibility gestures may change. I say about 90% of your gestures may change in some way or another. So that's one thing to get used to. So you have to kind of get used to a whole new style of using your phone. Now, the 8 and 8 Plus still have a home button, still have everything the same as the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. The only difference is some camera bump, and the phone is made out of glass, which means it has wireless charging, and the display is better, the speaker is 25% louder, little things like that, okay? So it's not really that big of a difference. The big differences are on the iPhone X. However, you know the ground that you're getting into because you have your home button and you have your lock button, and everything is going to be the same, all the voiceover gestures, nothing major is going to change. Processor-wise, they're both going to be almost the same. So the only difference is the displays, the standard iPhone 7 Plus and 7, except with new features and a new body with wireless charging and a louder speaker. Except now with the iPhone X, it's going to be a 5.8 inch versus the 8, which is 4.7, and 8 Plus, which is a 5.5. 8 and 8 Plus are the same size as last year. The iPhone X is a 5.8 inch. It's got no home button. Everything has to do with gestures. So check out my previous video that I did so that you guys can see the differences with the gestures, but lots of things will change. The next thing that changes also is when it comes to if you're visually impaired, it's going to be a lot easier to see because the iPhone X is bigger. It's a 5.8 inch, so it's got an OLED display, which means that when you zoom in, it's going to be a lot crispier. And if you use invert colors, it's going to look so nice because the OLED means that the pixels that are black turn off, and if you're smart invert color, the background will be black, which means that you're actually saving battery, and you can actually see your phone better in the daylight. So it's very, very nice that you can actually see your phone now in the daylight if you've had that problem. That should solve the problem. I have a Galaxy S8 Plus. It has OLED, and OLED for some reason I can see outside versus the iPhone I can't. This may vary person by person, but that's one thing to note for the iPhone X. They both essentially have the same operating system. The iPhone X just has new gestures, so the difference isn't really it's just gestures really. With VoiceOver, you're gonna get used to new gestures. If you're using any of the accessibility features like Zoom or any of the invert colors, it's gonna look super nice. So I think if you're totally blind or you have very low vision, I think the 8 and 8 Plus is good for you. I don't want to decide for you, but I do want to say that the 8 and 8 Plus is more than enough if you're only using VoiceOver. Now, if you are adventurous and you want to get used to the new form factor of the iPhone X, you're going to have to deal with some new gestures. Or if you're like me, you use both Zoom and VoiceOver because you can't see your phone outside the daylight when it's too bright or certain situations like that. You could use VoiceOver, but you do have to get used to the new gestures on the iPhone X. So those are the only real differences. Pricing, of course, the iPhone X is more expensive. It starts at $999 for 64 and $1,200 for 256. So there's no intermediate 128 or anything. So that's it. Those are the really big differences. Check out that gestures video to completely make your mind. That'll talk about the all the gestures in the iPhone X, because there's a lot of new things in the iPhone X. 8 and 8 Plus, you're kind of getting into that territory that you already know and love from the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus and previous models of iPhones. The iPhone X is the one that you're kind of getting into the dark because you don't know how the gestures are going to be exactly. In the previous video I told you some of the gestures that could happen. You know, logically they make sense, but at the same time, you know, we don't know completely yet until I get my hands on the phone in November 3rd, and I can tell you guys, okay, you know, these are the gestures, this gesture didn't make it, you know. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little quick video. Happy shopping. You know, you have until the 14th to figure out what you want to do. Today's the 13th, so you have till tomorrow if you want to figure out if you want to pre-order the iPhone 8 or 8 Plus, or if you want to wait till October 27th to pre-order the iPhone X. Happy shopping. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Comment, rate, subscribe. You guys know what to do. I'll see you in the next one.